Hey guys, it's Roberto Valencia here. So, I'm just gonna give an update on the whole fence thing. So, so we went to town hall to ask them about the whole fence that our neighbor is building. And it's not really a good fence. It's a pretty crappy fence, but whatever. Okay, I don't care about that. We were just asking if it was okay, like what were the rules about the fence or what. So the lady, we barely go in there. We ask her, okay, so we live over there. We give her our address, and she's all like, no, yeah, yeah, and she gives us this attitude of like, oh yeah, so you guys are the jerks who are, like, she didn't say that, but she gave us this attitude of like, oh yeah, I know you now. I've heard about you. I've heard about the trouble you've been doing with that neighbor of yours. Yeah, he can build a fence wherever he wants to. So that's the attitude she gave us. Which, okay, I'm sorry. All right, if, like, I get it that guy beat us to the punch and said everything he needed to say, but she didn't even hear us out on our end as to what that guy has been doing to us. Okay, like that guy. Screw that guy. Okay. She didn't even give us a chance. So she practically, like, kicked us out of her freaking office. Whatever, okay? Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, to begin with, if we even have problems with this guy to begin with, it's because of the freaking town hasn't done its freaking job. Because that fence has been up there for since, like, we've been here. Okay, like for 18 years that fence, and my dad told her that. Well, that other fence that he's had has been there for 18 years. And she acknowledged that. She's like, yeah, well, the first owner of the house built up that fence without our permission, and we didn't say anything. Well, here's the thing. Why didn't you say anything? If you were here, and she even said this, that she was here in this town, working for this town, in charge of that position that she has for 18 years herself, and that she didn't give him permission, then why did she let that happen? And why is she mad at us? Because apparently this guy is saying, oh yeah, they're taking away part of my land and whatnot. Okay, look, we didn't build the fence. It was the other guy. And she knows it was the other guy who built the fence. But this guy, he's like treating us and like practically like making it out to seem like that we knew about this, and that we were stealing his and that we built the fence there on purpose to take some of the property away from that. Like, we didn't know. We didn't build the fence. So, and did she tell him that? I think she didn't. I think she just wiped her hands clean. Like, I think she just blamed it on us. Screw that lady, okay? Like, if she knew that fence wasn't supposed to be there, why didn't she say anything? And this guy, so he starts building his fence closer to the thing, and she's treating us the same way that he's treating us, saying that, oh, you guys should have known or whatever. For 18, that's her job. Okay, that's not our job. That's her job. So, and the fence was there. Like, there's not that much space in between our house where the fence was. So he's putting it like a foot closer. So that now there's even less space. Actually, he's probably like putting it even more closer to the house than it's supposed to. But whatever. They say it's okay. Freaking, like, maybe if she would have done a better job, we wouldn't have had this problem. Because if she knew the fence was there, then Excuse me, because they even have cars and they've been to this neighborhood before, okay? They've seen that fence before. They've had people in the town car, like, going around the neighborhood, and you're telling me for 18 years they couldn't have measured where that freaking fence was? It's up until now that they measure it. Whatever, and I get it, like, it's his property. Yeah, he has the right. It would have been a lot helpful though if she would have said, yeah, they did build the fence. I bet you she didn't say that he built the fence. Because this guy is still pissed off about us. Like, why? Like, we didn't know. Okay, so leave us alone about this. So hopefully now that he builds the fence, he'll leave us alone. But I'll say this. Okay, take it. I see how it is, town. Picking sides, wiping your hands clean. Like, I get it. I see what you're doing. Okay. Like, something else I just want to say that we had complaints about this guy. About his freaking lights, okay? Like, he still turns on his lights at night. And does loud music. Apparently, he can do that, but do we even come to any flipping complaint? And do they do anything? No, but he can complain about us and you take his side, okay, whatever. Alright? Like, you really think we're gonna... Whatever, yeah, we've been rude to the guy, I get it, but he's been rude to us, he practically taunts us. He gives me this mad dog look, he mad dogs me. Like, expecting me to say something to him. I don't say anything to him because I don't care about him. But yeah, he does that, and why we can't complain about that? So yeah, I hope he does do his... I hope he does, like, the tallest fence ever so we never have to see that piece of crap. And that his light doesn't shine. But I bet you he's just gonna, like... I bet you he's gonna make it short enough just so the freaking light still shines through our windows. Because he just turns on the light to his backyard and just shines all night. But no one can say anything about that. Apparently that's his right. Even though it's not, like, they told us the rules. Like, my brother went to the police station and said, hey, well, what about this? He's doing this. They said, well, he can't do that. But have they done anything? No, they haven't done anything. I shouldn't be surprised, though, because to begin with, the only reason why we even have trouble with this guy to begin with, it's because we sold him a truck, this blue Dodge Dakota, with this, like, speakers and stuff, like a bass or whatever like that. And look, we didn't tell him this, that they've already broken into his truck, into my, like, it used to be ours, because we sold it to him, and they broke into that truck before, but it was, like, way before that we sold them to it, okay? Like my brother called the cops on him, and the cops told us that it's starting to be a normal thing, and that the neighborhood should, watch out for this type of stuff because we have a meth epidemic. That we should lock our cars because there's been more break-ins because of the meth epidemic, druggies trying to get money for their meth. So, okay. And this guy apparently didn't know about this, and the first night that he bought the truck or whatever, they stole his speakers, and then he comes and blames it to us. Okay, I get it, that we're the only people that he's ever met in this neighborhood, but no, we didn't steal the stupid speakers. Okay, if we wanted that, we would have kept them and not sold it to the guy. And how are we gonna use them now? Like, how are we gonna use the speakers? If we stole the speakers, how are we gonna use them? He's our neighbor. He's gonna hear the speakers, so yeah. This guy's insane. And have they, like, done anything? No. Of course they haven't. They haven't done anything about the light. Why would they do anything about the meth? Or the speakers, for that matter. And by the way, my brother, his wallet got stolen. They did no, they haven't done anything. So yeah, since but you steal a 2x4 that a guy puts on your gate every freaking day and even breaks your gate. You take that off the gate, and they call the police, and what does the police do? They actually do that. They actually come to your house about that, but not about the freaking meth problem. I swear, this town is stupid. And I bet you it's stupid because of that lady that I met yesterday. Because, seriously, she's in charge of, like, zoning permits and crap like that. We've been waiting, like, since we've been here, since I've lived in this house with my parents. Okay, yes, I live with my parents. I'm a loser. I'm a millennial. My generation is trash. I'll admit to that. I'm one of those people, okay? I'll admit to it. But anyway, since we've lived in this town, we have been waiting for a grocery store. Do we have one? No. We had to wait 6 years for a Dollar General. Just a little Dollar General. Yeah, they have some groceries. They have milk. They have cookies. They have pancakes powder, cereals, sodas. You name it. Well, no, not you name it, because everything that's, like, for groceries, like actual, like an actual grocery store, that is not. This dollar store is, like, I don't know if you guys know what a dollar store is. It's just like a little convenience store. They sell more clothes than food. Okay, like, that's not what we wanted. We wanted an actual grocery store. But you know what? Maybe it's better that we don't have a grocery store. That way we have an excuse to leave this stupid town for a few freaking minutes. To actually go out and not even be in this stupid town. Because this town is trash. And by the way, we were supposed to have a fast food joint. That fell apart. I blame that lady. Like, they even, like, started, like, plowing and making this little area for... And then the restaurant said, you know what, we're not taking this from you. And they decided to just block off that area and sell it to the best bidder. But guess what? No one's bidding because this town is trash. And I'm not... I for one, am not surprised. Because anything that's associated in this town, like... not good. Not a good reputation. Like, this is, like, bottom of the barrel, you know? Like, I'm not surprised that there isn't a restaurant in this town. Screw this town. Screw this flippin' town. Yeah, we have a Holiday Inn. People from that Holiday Inn who sleep there, they probably do need a fast food joint. Because right now, anybody who, like, stops by and goes to that Holiday Inn, they have to go to, like, the next town for whatever, you know? Because, you know, when you're in a hotel, you're like, oh, man, we're hungry. Like, and, you know, sometimes you're not carrying food, so you usually go to a fast food joint. So, normally, when there's a hotel, you usually get a fast food joint near the hotel, so people from that hotel who are visiting can go to the fast food joint. But no, this town apparently doesn't have that idea. This town sucks. So, whatever, like, I'm over it. Screw that lady and the horse she rode on. And this town sucks, and that's the only takeaway from it, so. And screw my neighbor, okay? Like, I hope that once he builds that fence, he'll leave us alone. I'm hoping that's the case. But if he doesn't, man, oh man. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, this guy, just leave us alone. Like, we don't have your speakers. This is a meth town with a meth epidemic. You ain't getting those speakers back, dude. Okay? So sorry, and I wouldn't even be surprised if he's one of the meth heads, because he seems like that. And by the way, here's one reason why I say this lady was on his side. Because my dad said that he was crazy. And she's all like, oh no, he's not crazy. Like, he has rights. Like, I get that he has rights. I get that he can build a flippin' fence. But it's your fault, lady. Because you could have just, told the first guy to either not build the fence, or to build the fence, where the property line was. So, seriously, don't act as if we're the ones who did, whatever. Like, as if we're colluding against this guy, okay? And I get it. We didn't move the stuff that was in his way of building the fence. I get it, okay? But he wasn't nice to us. He didn't ask us nicely. He practically, told us wanting to humiliate. Like, he sent his wife snapping her fingers at us saying, you better move that stuff right here, right now, and you better not do crap. Like, what the hell? Like, why would we move anything with that type of attitude? Like, that's not encouraging us to move the stuff. But we would have moved it if they were going to be nice about it. But no, they weren't nice about it. Snapping their fingers like, what the hell is that, trying to humiliate us? Get the hell out of here with that crap, okay? So I hope everyone else is having a good year. Because this year hasn't really been nice to me. So, but we're moving forward. Screw this, okay? So, hope everyone has a good time. Goodbye.